This week, John and Dave uncover a radical way to haul your toys to the trail. They give a pickup a facelift and then seal the deal with a pressure leak. Next on Motorhead Garage, presented by Top Coat.
Welcome to Motorhead Garage, presented by Top Coat. Well, we got our four-wheeler and our dirt bike ready to hit the trails. Problem? Well, our trailer's only going to fit one of them, so we're going to have to make a choice, and our trailer's really not going to get us to where we need to go. No worries, Dave's got a system that's going to make loading these vehicles and plenty more simple and safe.
All right, John, this is the multi-rack from Multi-Rack Systems, and Jeff, how did you come up with the idea for this?
Actually, one of our partners, he wanted a way to haul his equipment to the lake at the same time he was hauling a holiday trailer, and he invented this, and we've brought it to production.
It gives you a lot of flexibility, and it's super easy to put together. Let's get to work on it. We'll show them how easy it is. Now, first we start with these.
Yeah, so these ramps, they just come out of the truck in this particular format, and they pin in to the deck itself.
Now, what are those pins made out of?
These are stainless steel pins, detent pins, so they roll very quickly, very easily.
What's the tensile strength on the pins?
Over 1,000 pounds.
Oh, so you don't need to worry about weight?
No, there's no problem with weight here.
And what's the rest of it made out of?
It's all 6061 aluminum, high grade, hand welded, or a type of aluminum that is allowed to hold a heavy strength weld.
Cool. You don't need to worry about weight. Anything you're throwing on there, it's great. And now we got one more piece to put on.
Yeah, so this H-bar here.
Now, the great thing about this, as I said, it's super flexible because you can put stuff up on top of the vehicle, and then you can also haul another trailer behind you.
Absolutely. It gives you the full access to your hitch, and that allows a lot of versatility. You're hauling work trailers, play trailers, recreational vehicles, whatever you need after.
Cool, here's the magic remote. So
yeah.
Bring the ramp down, or the tray down, the ramp.
Yeah, so this particular tray, same type of aluminum that it's constructed out of, and it's modified for all different types of ability to load equipment where it's needed, tying it down, securing it properly. The whole concept was to load and secure on the ground so that you weren't up on the back of your truck trying to tie things down, staying out of the way with the ramp. So.
Now, how much does this whole system weigh?
About 450 pounds, including these trays. That's
You're kidding me, that's it?
Yeah.
Wow. And now, so taking it off of the truck, putting it back on, is that possible? How permanent is this?
Yeah, this entire system will come out of your pickup truck in about 15 minutes.
No kidding.
So it all pins together in different spots and unpins just as easily.
And one man can do it?
One person can do it. There's a electrical that's a plug and play, so it all aspects to that particular spot through factory spots in your box.
Amazing. Of course, when I look at this, the first thing I'm thinking is I'm drilling a ton of holes in my beautiful truck.
You're not drilling any holes in this. This entire system is removable, and it's removable rather quickly. It operates off of legs that are adjustable for depth. The width adjustability for height and length of your box. So short box, long box, make, model of truck, it doesn't matter. And the entire system then is removable from about 15 minutes out of your truck.
And it's removable and flexible and adjustable, starting with the cleats.
Right, with the securement, these cleats have the ability to be adjustable to whatever load you're taking has the best type of securement geometry.
Well, we've got the tray down. It looks like we're ready to load the ATV on. John rode the ATV up onto the tray. We've got the back already strapped down, ready to go. Jeff's going to finish up here. Now, Jeff, you've got these cleats on here. They adjust back and forth, and you can accommodate just about any kind of load here.
Absolutely. Whatever toys you're hauling, it's ready to go on that. These adjust forward and back. You got large loads, you got small loads. It's easier to just move your cleats and you're ready to go.
It doesn't just have to be a wheeled vehicle. What else can you put on the rack?
So this particular rack has a unique feature, unlike others, that personal watercraft can be loaded directly into the water or out of the water from this rack.
Piece of cake using the winch. Let's see how it works.
That's
when
right.
We send it up.
Absolutely.
How How long does this process take?
About 40 seconds safely. Move it up.
Oh, that's super easy.
It is. You're out of the way, you're out of, harm's way. There's no getting on the back of your truck in order to, get up to heights to strap it down. Everything's done securely down here.
And when you're loading a boat, extra attachments for this?
Just a covering for the ramp rails. The trays go away and you're ready to go.
And one thing you can see is our tailgate is up on the truck, which means that is usable space. When you are hauling all your gear, you can do it right there in the truck.
That's right. The whole box is available for your gear, your coolers, whatever you might be taking.
Sounds good, like the ATVs and everything else, but I'm thinking, man, refrigerators, wood, a trip to the hardware store, and I got all this extra storage.
Absolutely. Commercial materials, whatever the type of mechanics you need to put on here, just roll and go.
So you're playing on the weekends, you're working all week long. I got a deck to build, so I'm going to buy one of these and load the lumber up and get it ready to go. Jeff, you guys at Multi-Rack Systems are my heroes. This is very cool. Where can we find you on the web?
Multirack.com.
Piece of cake.
Well, check them out. Take a short break, but not a long one, because there's plenty more. Motorhead Garage, presented by Top Coat, right after this.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Top Coat, is brought to you by Tom's Bronco Parts, the largest inventory around of 66 to 77 Ford Bronco parts and accessories. Tire Cradle, the original solution to tire flat spotting. Dickey Parts Center, your source for custom-built street-to-strip power. Kicker Performance Audio, living loud. And by Top Coat, the best coatings in the world.
Now, why did Rock Auto start selling oil, transmission fluid, power steering fluid, brake fluid, and other chemicals? Well, I'll tell you why. Well, you stop at the gas station, you go in there, you get 10W30 oil, you get the coolant that they have, you pour it in your vehicle. That could cause catastrophic damage, my friends. You want to go to Rock Auto and get the right part. Check your service manual. Well, what's going on? A lot of cars today, you can see right here on their website. If you click on their website, a lot of cars today are using different oils, and this first one right up here, you have the choice once again. You can see 0W20 all the way down to 20W50. Look in your owner's manual. If I click on that one, bam, 0W20. Well, what's that all about? That doesn't seem right. Well, I'll tell you, a lot of these engines today have variable valve timing, have different things that are actuated with the oil. Actually have a variable valve timing right here, and it moves back and forth with oil pressure. And this is the solenoid that actually actuates it. The little tiny holes, the oil has to travel through that. So you want to make sure you go to rockauto.com and get it right. Now, if you go down, also carry different fluids as well. You can see the lubrication is very important. So is the CVT transmissions and transmissions fluids. I'll tell you, CVT, continuous variable transmissions, have to have the right fluid. Well, they carry that as well. And if I click on that, you can see you have all the transmission fluids. You can scan down from the Motorcraft all the way down to CVT, keyword right there. That has to have the right fluid or you're going to wipe out a $6,000, $10,000, $15,000 transmission. So please go to Rock Auto and get the right fluid. Also, they have coolants. I can click on the coolant right here. You can see the chemicals for the coolant, all different colors. You may have coolant for Asian vehicles, import, European, you may have DexiCool. There's different types of coolants. Make sure you're using what the manufacturer calls for, and brake fluid as well. There's .3, .4, .5, silicone based. They have the selection right here that you need. Make sure you go to rockauto.com, select the right one by using your owner's manual because you're going to get the right part at a right price.
Time now for Top Coat's tips and techniques.
At Top Coat, we have a bunch of motorcycle customers. We actually just came back from Sturgis, South Dakota, and we could tell what motorcycles were treated with Top Coat. They rode in from Florida, from California, from New York, all across the country, and these bikes just looked like they rolled down 5 miles down the road. They were that clean. The F11 is so durable and so easy to use. You can put it on everything. And when we mean put it on everything, we mean put it on everything. That is paints, plastics, glass, the chrome, the motorcycle engine, every square inch of this motorcycle you can apply F11 to, and the results are phenomenal. The longevity of the product is very durable. You have a easy to use, very maintenance friendly coating to where you're polishing out just the surfaces that you are applying the product to, and you're getting the results and making everything look like new. The reasons why everybody uses F11 on their motorcycle is for the ease of the cleanup after the long ride. Everybody buys a motorcycle to ride it. They don't buy a motorcycle to clean it. You buy the motorcycle, you apply F11, you ride it, your cleaning time is cut in half, if not a lot shorter than that. And that's why everybody uses F11 on their motorcycle. And if you want to learn more, you can go to topcoat.tv and you'll see all of your phenomenal results with F11.
Now, if you're removing lug nuts with an impact gun, that's fine, but installing them, you don't want to do that. I'll show you a better way. But first of all, let me tell you why. Well, the alloys and the wheels and the rotors are so thin today, you're going to actually warp the rotor. That leads to disc thick variation, and bam, you get some pedal pulsation. Not a good thing. Well, the first thing you can do is you can go out and get an actual torque wrench like this one here, set it up, put it on here, and go ahead and torque it. That's pretty easy. But you want to understand a torque pattern prior to doing that. And I have one here. You can take a look at this graphic. If you have 4, 5, 6, really doesn't matter, 8, whatever the number is, just go in a star pattern, go around so you're distributing that torque equally. And then you can just come back, put it on here. I got an assistant up in the car holding the brake or the wheel would spin. You can do it on the ground as well, and just pull it down till it clicks, or in our case, it beeps. I'm going around in that star pattern. Once I go around, I'll go to all of them in that star pattern and I'll torque it. Now there's also torque limiting adapters or torque sticks. If you're in a shop, this is quick. They're different thicknesses and they flex. Real easy to use. I'm going to take the 101 out. Just go ahead, pop it on the gun. When you pop it on the gun, you can go ahead and put the wrench on there. When you put the wrench on there, you'll do the same thing. You can hit it with a gun now, it'll flex, you'll be good to go.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Top Coat, coming to you from Borla Commerce Park.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Top Coat. You know, a lot of folks take good care of their tools, but one thing they often overlook is air hoses and garden hoses. Those things get run over, they get crimped, they fade in the sun, and you get a leak like this one. John is going to show us a solution for that problem.
Well, the clamp type tool is good for pressure applications, but there's so many more. Kevin, walk us through them.
Absolutely. So a lot of guys are doing classic cars. They're used to the classic clamps. So with the clamp type, you can actually custom clamp yourself. So you can actually take safety wire pliers and twist those up just like that. Makes a great classic look. That's 2 wires at the same time. So if you're doing muscle cars, stuff like that, really great look on that. And different finishes. That's copper wire, stainless wire, obviously. And then that leads us into, because you're making a custom clamp, 360-degree seal, you can do all kinds of different projects, your axles, your air hoses, different projects like that. So
Now you also have different types of tools.
different tools for different size wire for your different projects. We can go larger for your 5-1 wire for like your boosts and turbos. And if you're doing fencing, farming, agriculture, we have the really large tool for that. So that's really hardcore, high tensile wire there. So make a loop. Going to feed your end through your loop, and you're going to pull that tight. So that 1 time around is good for header wrap, exhaust wrap. 2 times around we'll do your heavy pressure stuff. So right through the middle there, and just make sure we are not crisscross, we are not overlapped, so don't allow any fluid or air to leak out. Stick your nose in, you got a pin and a pin, just over those 2 pins and around, and then a couple of twists to lock it in place. Got a notch on the end, the loop goes right into, and that's it, you start tightening it up. So depending on the material, doesn't take long at all to get really nice and snug, and you can see as we're going around, it's just pulling that 360-degree seal without any flat spots, which is way better than one of those.
Yeah, worm type clamp, that's going to strip out once you start cranking down on that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when you're tight, we got plenty of room here. We're going to flip it 180 degrees. If you're up a radiator hose, something like that, you got all kinds of room. Lower down into that engine, you're only getting about 90 degrees, so that you just snip off here, bend your tabs over, and you're done. So I've got the room, so all the way over, tool pops off. About 1/4 inch is all you need. And once that's down, I don't care how much pressure you're pulling under the hood, that's not going to vibrate loose, that's not going to come off.
Well, speaking of pressure, Dave's over with Nikki, and he's actually clamping a hose that's leaking. That has about 100 PSI of pressure. Let's see how it's going.
Now, a clamp-tight custom clamp can hold up to all kinds of pressure. Here, Nikki, we have a hose-to-hose connection. This can withstand up to 300 pounds or so.
Yeah.
And if you have a connection like we've got on our air hose, how much pressure can we withstand?
Well, that's a barbed fitting, and it's been reported back to us, field repairs on excavators and hydraulic repairs between 4,000 and 6,000 pounds.
Holy moly. We don't need that much for our air hose, but we're ready to go. Because there is pressure running through, just like Kevin did, you've got to loop it around twice.
Yep, we've looped it around twice. We're not overlapped. That's a really important thing that we tell a lot of people, because air, water, fuel finds a way out no matter what. So we're just going to start tightening this down. You're going to feel it when it's getting tight too, and you're going to see it. See, it's already starting to bubble out. That's that barb sitting right in there.
And it's tight all the way around.
All the way around. True 360-degree seal. 100% connection.
With the hose clamp, you're just getting it on one side wherever the
flat spot, you've got that flat spot. It's going to oblong your fitting. It's going to find a way out. Now we're ready to finish it off. We're going to just flip it 180 degrees since we've got the space. We're going to loosen this, pull the tool back, cut. Great thing too about the clamp tight tool is you're going to bury this down in here. It's not going to be like a regular hose clamp, where you're going to have a tail sticking up and you're going to cut your hands. So you can actually hold it in your hand without cutting anything or cutting your projects.
And I speak from experience. Those original hose clamps.
Yeah, that one got you last time, I remember.
Yeah, last time you guys were here, as soon as the cameras turned off, I handled one of those and immediately cut myself.
Cut you. You can have scars for life on that. So
I do my own stunts.
There.
All right, let's see how we did on this. Let's plug in the compressor and see how we did. I don't hear a thing.
Nothing.
Fantastic.
So, yep.
Another great thing about Clamp Tight is you can put an original hose clamp over it. If you have a vintage car, it'll disguise the Clamp Tight and make it look like original equipment.
Low profile, throw the clamp right over top of it. So
Clamp Tight is amazing. You can check them out at clamptighttools.com.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Topcoat, is brought to you by Gilliman Innovations, world-class engine control unit and clutch tuning products. RAYBUCKS Auto Body Parts, providing quality restoration parts since 1985. Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. Rhino Lights, choose Rhino Lights to light your journey. And by TCI Engineering, quality doesn't cost, it pays.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Topcoat. You know, about 30% of all vehicles sold today are pickup trucks and SUVs, and they're great, really useful. Everybody loves them, but it's hard to set yourself apart from all the other truck owners out there, especially looks-wise, and that's where the folks at 43 North Designs come in. Good old reliable Nathan is here. Nathan, why should customers go check out 43 North Designs?
Well, thanks so much, Dave. I mean, at the heart of it, we're helping customers express themselves through their trucks. We try to give them products that are really high quality and that demonstrate innovation and creativity.
Well, let's talk about those products. You've got a system here. They're grill inserts to set your truck apart from all the others out there. Tell me about your system.
Yeah, sure. So the way that we came up with this was actually we talked directly with truck owners. We did a nationwide survey. We brought in one of our co-founders who's been doing this for over a decade and said, hey, how can we make this better for you? And so the result of that are a product that's really easy to install. It doesn't damage any OEM products that you're taking off of your truck. It's got a great warranty and finish on it, and we think gives you the opportunity to continue to personalize, upgrade to light bars or different custom techs.
And it's not permanent. That's the great thing about it, right?
It is. You can continue to change.
Awesome. Now, Brad, obviously you have stuff for Chevy trucks, but what else do you have going on?
We have multiple platforms in development for our trucks and SUVs, especially Ford, Chevy. We've got some Nissan and Toyota products in line. And we strongly encourage our viewers to go check it out online at 43northdesigns.com. Follow us on social media at 43 North Designs. You can check out all the latest product developments, new offerings. And for Motorhead viewers, we've got a special 15% off discount of Motorhead 19 from now through the end of the year. And
you've also got a cool contest going on.
We do. We strongly encourage our viewers to be creative and tell us how they would repurpose and reuse their box even for a short period of time.
So you guys have thought of everything, even sustainability, and of course ease of install is very important to you. Even John can install one of these, and he's over at the truck to show us how.
Even John can do it. Really, Dave? Man, I can rebuild this LS motor, but no worries. I brought in an expert. Barrett's with us. Barrett, this is a do-it-yourself job.
Absolutely. We designed this system so that you don't have to damage any part of your truck.
And it's real simple. Let's walk through the process. I mean, the first thing we did, there's a beautification cover that goes across here. It was a matter of just going around to about 12 expansion clips, popping them up. Once I got them out of there, you got your side out, bam, we had access to the whole front. What was the next step?
There are 4 M10 bolts holding the grill on, and that's the only fastener here.
That's it. I mean, once those things were out, it was ready to come out, but that got a little bit tricky. I mean, you have to be careful. It's grill work. Talk about that.
Yep, so you do have to slowly pry the plastic top of the grill up so that you can pull it from the front. You grab onto the front down low and just give it a firm, snug pull, and it pops right out.
Boy, and it did. I was a little leery, but it popped right out, no problem. We went ahead, put it on the table. Once we put it on the table, then we had to separate that top piece. I mean, walk us through that. Those clips a little tricky as well.
Yep, each one of these you do have to pry out pretty carefully so that you can remove this part. We're going to reuse this on the top of our grill.
And that's the beauty of it. Let's go ahead and do it. You got the big grill here. Talk about the grill a little bit as we start to reattach this piece that actually came off the factory truck.
Yep, so we do have different patterns that you can put in here. We have a different plate on the front, so you can put a light bar on there if you'd like. Comes in different colors, different finishes.
And that's the beauty of it. I mean, we're not doing any damage to the factory portion of the truck whatsoever, and it's interchangeable. So perhaps I want to lease a vehicle or something, I want to personalize it and make it my own. I can put anything I want in there.
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool. I mean, the inserts itself, we're talking about fishing, bowling, whatever, cooking if you're Dave. I mean, you can put anything you want inside of there.
Yes, you can.
All right, so now what's the next step?
So now what we're going to do is just align these spring clips on the bottom to their receivers.
Okay, so those spring clips, that's exactly what we popped out before with the factory grill?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, once those are in.
Then we slide these up and over.
Boy, that thing fits in there better than factory, and it looks so much better. That's incredible.
And it's on.
Awesome. Now what do? Just take the 10 millimeters, we can go back in, start putting those in.
Yep.
So you also said a light bar. Tell me about the light bar. I mean, there's an accessory for that as well?
Yes, we have designed a couple of accessory plates here that can accept either the 20 or the 30-inch rough country light bars.
Nice, so I can use all the accessories. Well, I'll tell you what, that thing not only looks good, it's stout. You're gonna get great airflow through there as well. Check them out on the web at 43northdesigns.com. Put in the code Motorhead19 and get you a 15% discount before the end of the year. Get one of these for your trucks. Now, if you have a cool product like this or a vehicle you want to get into Motorhead Garage, just email Jeff at masterstv.com. Well, I had fun today. I hope you did, but we're out of time. So we'll see you next week for more Motorhead Garage presented by Top Coat.